January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month.
It's a time to educate the public about a global crime profiting off the exploitation of people. And tonight, we have a 10 on Your Side exclusive. Our Lauren Martinez sat down with a trafficking survivor who shared her story publicly for the first time.
She will be using a different name for safety reasons, and some of what you hear could be difficult for some viewers.
I was targeted for commercial sexual exploitation as a child, and both myself and my older sister experienced labor trafficking.
But Kelly Owens wasn't coerced by a stranger. It was by family. Owens recalls it started at age 8.
And I was trafficked first by the man that was dating my mom, and later my mom became involved in the trafficking as well.
It's what's identified as familial trafficking, a type of exploitation making up 36% of human trafficking cases in the States. Parallel to Owens' experience, a recent study reveals over 60% of traffickers were mothers helped by a non-relative trafficker.
I was working under the guise of having my own finances and independence, but I did not have access to that money, and on a regular basis, that money was taken from me by my parents.
Owens declined to go into the specifics of what she was asked to do.
Were you able to go to school at all during this time?
I was, yeah. So I was going to school on a regular basis. I would be taken out of school when my parents needed me to work. So they would come and pick me up early, or I would go to school late.
But when you were younger, was there at any point in time where you felt like something's wrong with this?
From the very first incident of commercial sexual exploitation, I knew it was wrong. My trafficker specifically said, "You know you can't tell anybody about this, right?"
She says the forced labor was done periodically, but during peak season, the demand would catapult.
Traveling at least 2 to 3 weekends a month for 4 to 5 months a year.
Did you ever confront them?
Anytime we've ever tried to initiate a conversation or have a discussion about anything related to our childhood, we're met with either they don't remember, they deny it happening, or they excuse it.
Owen tells me the trafficking continued until age 17. She eventually escaped the abusive cycle, but never pressed charges. Now in her late 30s, she's focused on healing.
Therapy?
A lot of therapy.
Do you feel like you're healing, or?
Oh, tremendously. The difference between myself now and myself 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, or myself when I was still in contact with them, is night and day.
Well, when you hear the word family,
it's very bittersweet for me, because I do have family that I love more than anything, that are blood relations that I would never take away. But the interpretation of family as only good, that I think is a very dangerous perception.
Turning her pain into purpose, Owens now works with several human trafficking organizations, devoting her time to improving outcomes for survivors.
Know that there is a way out, there is a way forward, and it can get better.
If you suspect someone needs help, contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 888-373-7888. Lauren Martinez, 10 on Your Side.
And if you're interested in better understanding human trafficking, local organization Free Kind offers a training course.
You can also volunteer to help survivors. Find this story on wavy.com for more information.